Welcome back to Design for Wealth, where we talk about what actually lets your next level become your new normal. You've seen the proof that your offers land, your clients get results, you know that you can take action. Money moves quickly in your world, but yet your yearly income doesn't reflect the highs that you've hit. You'll start to see months like 18K, then 32, 21, 38, 24. And from the outside, it looks like growth, but your nervous system and your bank account both know that you're hovering. So, this episode is about that gap. It's not how high that you can go once, but how high that you can stabilize. So, let's start with something that I call the reset cost. This is the money that you lose because you can't hold what you grow into. Volatility feels exciting, stability builds wealth, and that's what compounds. Now, just imagine two businesses over 12 months. Business A does 20K, then 38K, 23, 40, 24. So it's cycling up and down. It spikes, it drops, it spikes again. And from the outside, it looks very powerful. Structurally, it's volatility. Now, when we look at business B, if it does 32K every single month, there's no spikes or crashes, it's just steady. On Instagram, business A looks more impressive. Record month graphics, big launch celebrations. But when you zoom out, business A looks impressive, but business B is building the leverage, and that's what builds wealth. Now imagine business A stabilize at 40K instead of swinging above and below it. That's easily an additional 50 to 200K per year, not from quantum leaping or strategy, but from eliminating the reset costs. So we see these 42K launches, 70K months all over social media, but nobody posts, I held 30K for 3 months straight. And repetition is what removes the reset cost. So what was your reset cost last year? How many times did you spike only to fall back? How much revenue did you touch but not stabilize? How many record months never became your normal? Because every time you grow and then reset, there's a cost financially. And most women never calculate that. From a wealth perspective, peak income is dopamine. Stable income is leverage. And so your nervous system cares less about the spikes and more about the question, can we rely on this? And if the answer is no, it will always drag you back down towards a number that feels safer to maintain. So when you hit bigger months, your nervous system has a few go-to responses. So let's go through them because awareness alone can start to change your behavior. Response one is hypervigilance. At first, you feel relieved and suddenly you're refreshing Stripe constantly. You're forecasting worst case scenarios. You're thinking, what if this is a fluke? What if I can't do it again? You become the financial equivalent of someone checking the door lock 15 times. Hypervigilant tells your system, this level is dangerous, I have to monitor it. So your body solves that by pulling you back to a level that feels manageable. Response two is overcorrection. You hit a 40K month and your brain goes, that was too intense. I worked way too hard. I can't do that again. So you unconsciously design your next few months to be lighter. So offering fewer things, making prices more accessible, reducing your social media output. You call it alignment, but your nervous system calls it relief. And the problem, you've just reset your income back to where your body feels safe. And then response three is rebuild addiction. As soon as your business feels full with more clients, money, momentum, you get that urge to change your business model. Rebuild the product suite, tweak the brand message, and scrap the things that were actually working and start fresh. That's not being creative. It's your system trying to escape the discomfort of holding because staying at a new level feels exposing, but rebuilding feels like relief. The cost? You interrupt compounding before it ever has the chance to work. Your nervous system is not trying to sabotage you. It's trying to protect you from who you currently believe you are. So if you've lived most of your life as the one who works hard but rarely gets ahead, the one who's responsible for everyone else, or the safe one who doesn't rock the boat, then consistent 30K, 50K, 80K months are not just bigger numbers. They require a different identity. The woman who hires support instead of overfunctioning, who holds boundaries even when people don't like them, whose life is no longer organized around surviving. If your identity hasn't updated to match that woman yet, your nervous system will do whatever it takes to drag your reality back in line with the old story. Because from that perspective, that story equals survival. And this is why affirmations alone don't work. You can say, I'm a multiple six-figure woman all day, but if your body has only ever known 10 to 15K months, your system is not going to agree instantly. It will let you visit the higher level. It will not let you stabilize there yet. So what does actual progress look like in this work? It's not, I hit my first 50K month. It's, I had a 27K month and I didn't panic or change anything next month. I had a 35K month and then a 32, and then I didn't make it mean anything. I repeated the same income level 3 times and let it feel boring on purpose. Real progress looks like you stop obsessing over every daily number. You can hold a slower day or a week without changing the entire plan. You keep selling the same offer through any emotional wobble. You don't upgrade your lifestyle faster than your capacity, and you build your business around income that holds, not just income that spikes. Because your next level is not real the first time that you hit it. It becomes real the third, fourth, fifth time you let it repeat. Repetition is what tells your nervous system, see, we did this and we didn't die. This is who we are now. Repetition builds wealth. So start to think of stabilization in 3 pillars: your money, calendar, and attention. If one of these is unstable, your nervous system won't let you stay at a higher level. So let's start with money. Number one is your money stabilizer. So it's like your minimum standard, not a maximum goal. So most women set goals, I want 50K months, but stabilization comes from setting standards. We don't go below 40K for the next 6 months. That's how baselines rise. Then you align your business around the standard, design offers and pricing so that the minimum is reasonable. Track actions that protect the standard, not just stretch targets. Celebrate consistency, not just spikes. And this is telling your nervous system we are safe. We know our range. Now, the calendar side. If your 40K months require constant calls and DMs, no white space, no recovery time, your nervous system is right to resist repeating it. Stabilization means you can repeat your high sustainable month without burning out and overwhelm. So it does mean built-in space, buffer weeks, admin time, delivery that doesn't expand every time revenue expands. And so ask yourself, what would a repeatable 40K month feel like in my body and in my calendar? If you can't picture a version that doesn't exhaust you, you won't let yourself stay there. And finally, attention. Higher income almost always means more clients, more visibility, more responsibility. You don't need to love that. You just need to tolerate it. So structure attention instead of reacting to it. Cap how often you check metrics. Have specific windows for DMs and emails instead of being constantly available. Build containers, memberships, group spaces so attention is organized, not scattered. And when attention is structured, more stops feeling chaotic. And when chaos reduces, your nervous system stops pulling you back. Stabilization isn't one thing. It's money, calendar, and attention working all together. And that's how income stops spiking and starts holding. Because this industry is built on showing you the top of the mountain, the 100K launch, the $1 million year, the multi 6 and 7 figure business owner. But almost nobody shares, was it 100K, then 12K, then nothing, and then 75? Or was it 33, 38, 41, 45, 48K? Both can end up at similar totals. Only one builds wealth because wealth isn't built on spikes, it's built on steady ground. So your new metric is, how stable is my baseline? Ask yourself, what's the lowest I'm willing to stabilize at this year? Am I designing for that or am I chasing the next high? If I just stuck to my plan for 90 days, what would my income be? Sometimes the real work isn't learning something new. It's letting boring, solid action be enough. And if this conversation is making you feel a little bit uncomfortable, that's a good sign. It means you're starting to see that your issue isn't, I have the wrong strategy, or I need to spend more on ads, or I can't grow. It's, I don't know how to stay. Your income doesn't need to spike again. It needs to stabilize. You need a body, a calendar, and a business model that doesn't freak out every time that you level up. And that's exactly what we stabilize inside the upgrade. Inside, we retrain your nervous system to feel safe with bigger baselines, recalibrate your identity so higher incomes feel inevitable. If your income graph looks more like a roller coaster than a staircase, I built that space for you. The link is in the show notes. And I want to thank you for being honest about the patterns in your numbers and choosing stability as much as you choose growth. I'll talk to you in the next episode.